you've got $5,000 now, stick 3 of it into one of these kind of bigger tokens that can still do a 10x from here. So that will be 30 grand.
Yes.
And then play in the meme coin casino, lose some money, maybe make some money, but get the experience. But then you've got that balance where you can't fuck the thing up, because 30 grand is a lot of money to somebody who's got 5.
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to say. They don't see it because they think, I want to get $1 million now because I saw a bloke on Twitter who made $1 million. You are definitely going to fuck it up if you do that.
Yeah, I mean,
those people on Twitter never say, I've lost my $5,000 stake, I've lost my 10 grand. They never say that. You only hear the winners.
The ongoing bull run has reinvigorated the cryptocurrency market, with Bitcoin leading the charge as the first and most prominent cryptocurrency. Bitcoin's price surge has set the tone for the entire market, yet altcoins are also gaining traction, with many even surpassing Bitcoin's growth in recent months. This trend is commonly referred to as altcoin season. To capitalize on altcoin season, investors may consider diversifying their portfolios by allocating funds into promising altcoins. Some adopt an altcoin picking strategy, selecting a few high-potential altcoins, while others prefer a more diversified approach to spread risk across multiple cryptocurrencies. RAOUL, CEO of Real Vision, recently discussed the bull run and altcoin season with Ranier, noting the significant rise in investor activity and interest. He pointed out that Ethereum has outperformed Bitcoin, while Dogecoin has surpassed Bitcoin's growth by 160 times since its debut. Powell's analysis indicates increasing interest in alternative cryptocurrencies, with Ethereum's market cap steadily rising, while Bitcoin's growth has slowed. Additionally, Dogecoin's recent performance is supported by data from CryptoSlate, showing substantial gains in the past few weeks.
Hi guys, hope to see you guys at Dubai Token 2049. We have exclusive 10% off the limited super early bird tickets. Click the link below. This pass will grant you access to speaking sessions, networking app, exhibition hall, daily networking drinks, and also included breakfast, lunch, and coffee breaks, all included the package. I love to see everyone there. Peace out.
You could argue that right now the transaction count and the fun is being on Solana is being powered by the memes, the degenerates and their memes, right?
What we're doing is battle testing the speed and efficiency of that chain, right, with memes. And it's proven itself endlessly that it is a really good experience. So that itself is going to bring other applications layers, whether it's gaming or whether it's financial market stuff, whatever. We've battle tested it by stupid shit in memes, launching 100,000 memes a day and trading them like degens all day. If you think about that, you've got a bunch of users testing your product.
Do you think that some of these memes will be here next cycle? Like, I know you've been a big fan of smoking chicken fish and, I don't know, Pepe and whatever. Do you think that they're still around next cycle or not?
Some will. Which ones are they? I've no idea. Will it be Bonk? Will it be Whiff? Will it be something else?
Now, when I look back at my NFT bags, every single one of them is at 0. And I don't ever see a revival in those NFT bags.
No, I mean, what survived is CryptoPunks, which
barely.
we knew was going to survive.
I mean, barely. It's surviving, but it's gasping for.
I don't know. It's like 40 ETH or something.
Yeah, 50 ETH maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not small, right? It's not zero value. Bored Apes, less value further out the risk curve. And then the art has been, some of it's been trading at almost record highs. But other than that, yeah, you're dead right. So I think it's the same playoff. 99% of everything goes to 0, and a few things do well. So look at the Sui Solana cross. Okay, broaden that base out. That's an inverse head and shoulders.
I see it, yeah. So there it is, 1, 2, all the way down.
And if you put it on the daily, it's pretty clear. If that breaks, yeah, just scrunch it up further.
Okay. It's
my pretty clear inverse head and shoulders.
There we go. That's the inverse head and shoulder. And it's just under the neckline now.
Yeah, exactly. So if it were to break that neckline, that would force me to go further out the risk curve. I think it will break it, because I've managed to get this trade early, not just because I'm on the foundation, just because I look at all of these crosses. But that's the trigger. In fact, if it's a flat line and it goes, if you just make it a flat line as opposed to sloping, so on the right-hand side, drag that up, it actually is perfect. The two tops exactly.
So it's about there-ish.
Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah. Okay, so you're waiting for, so you'd break that, and that would force you to take Sui, or to
I've already got Sui, but it would force me to reallocate Solana into Sui, more of it.
Force you to reallocate Sol into Sui. So you would actually trade it. You would trade your two risk assets, one for the other.
Correct. I would go further out the risk curve because we are heading into full alt season.
RAOUL Pal shared his views on investing in altcoins, emphasizing a preference for coins with strong foundations, such as Ethereum and Bitcoin, rather than those driven by speculation. He noted that while altcoins like Dogecoin have active communities, they often lack real-world applications. Pal's cautious approach to altcoin investments is supported by their past performance, as many altcoins have experienced significant price volatility, with some losing up to 90% of their value over the last year. By focusing on currencies with solid foundations, investors can reduce exposure to unnecessary risk. Let's return to the interview to gain further insights from RAOUL Pal.
Of the altcoins, do you think, other than Solana, which seems to have got traction, and ETH and Bitcoin and Doge, would you be looking at old coins, or would you rather be looking at new vintage coins?
Well, I think Doge is an old coin. It has no use.
Yeah, I'm saying an old coin, yeah.
Yeah, it's an old coin. It's a Dino coin. And there's a bunch of Dino coins, and many of them have very strong communities. And so that's why they're persistent. They capture attention. There's a shit ton of content online on YouTube that exists. So if you ever start going down the rabbit hole, let's say you open a wallet today, you look what's available in Robinhood, you see a bunch of tokens that were from last cycle, you go on that, you go onto YouTube, and there's so much content about these things. Then you're like, oh, well, these are the big ones.
How do you reconcile? How do you reconcile buying something that hasn't got network effects just because, like, I watched the altcoin run last week. Last weekend, there was that massive altcoin run. In fact, without getting ourselves into any trouble, I'm going to call up the weekly. And you can kind of see on the weekly things like Algorand, Stellar Lumens, Sandbox. The Sandbox has 50.
These are all tokens I owned in that wallet of shame last cycle, all of them.
50. It's 50 users per day on a market cap of 1 billion. Now, question is, I watched this run and I thought, and Dot as well. And I watched the run. I thought it was pretty obvious that it was going to happen. But I actually decided not to participate in it because I just couldn't reconcile putting my money into something where I know it has no value because I just thought it's a game of hot potato. And when the music stops, I'm going to be left holding the hot potato. And I don't want to do that. I did that last cycle.
Look, I don't want to comment too much, but they're just attention. And that's,
but would you play the attention game? Would you play the attention game?
No, I wouldn't. It's not for me. It's not for me. But I understand why people do. Because you don't know how long the attention lasts, right? That's the meme game, which is why I only play small amounts in memes, because you just don't know when the attention stops and goes somewhere else. Suddenly these things plummet, right? So the attention game is everything. And I find that more difficult than something with fundamental proof. Like Sui's pretty easy because you can see the on-chain activity building. You can see the number of devs building. It's like there's metrics that you can use that don't apply to many other things. And I understand how far they want to go out the risk curve, but it becomes more about luck than skill. There's very few people who are very good at that game. It takes time. It takes a couple of cycles at least before you kind of understand the casino and the rules, right? Most of the time you don't. I would say if you've got $5,000 now, stick 3 of it into one of these kind of bigger tokens that can still do a 10x from here. So that will be 30 grand.
Yes.
And then play in the Memecoin casino, lose some money, maybe make some money, but get the experience. But then you've got that balance where you can't f the thing up, because 30 grand is a lot of money to somebody who's got 5.
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to say. They don't see it because they think, I want to get $1 million now because I saw a bloke on Twitter who made $1 million. You are definitely going to f it up if you do that.
Yeah, I mean,
those people on Twitter never say, I've lost my $5,000 stake. I've lost my 10 grand. They never say that. You only hear the winners.
Bitcoin's price has been stabilizing below $100,000, frustrating investors despite a 38% rise in just 1 month. Market participants are concerned that extended consolidation could lead to bearish strategies that might push Bitcoin's price lower. However, the derivatives market shows signs of resilience, with traders paying a 177% annualized premium for leveraged positions above the Bitcoin spot price, signaling strong bullish demand without indicating overconfidence. Even though Bitcoin hasn't yet reached its November 22nd peak of $99,000, futures data suggests continued confidence among traders. Institutional investors, such as MicroStrategy and Marathon Digital, have been aggressively purchasing Bitcoin. MicroStrategy added 15,400 BTC between November 25 and December 1, while Marathon Digital purchased 6,484 BTC, worth over $600 million, at an average price of $95,500 per coin. Additionally, spot ETFs have seen net inflows of $3.22 billion since November 18. However, it's important to note that Bitcoin's price stability can't be credited solely to institutional purchases. Put options are trading at an 8% discount compared to call options, indicating that whales and arbitrage desks remain optimistic. The financing rate, which reflects the demand balance between leveraged buyers and sellers, is another key indicator of market sentiment. Currently, the 1.4% cost paid by leveraged longs is in a neutral range, with last week's temporary peak of 3.5% posing no significant liquidity risk. Do you think altcoins like Ethereum will continue to outperform Bitcoin in the coming weeks, or will Bitcoin regain its market dominance? Share your thoughts in the comments below.
For more Daily Dose Crypto news, check out these 2 awesome videos on your screen. Click now and we will see you on the next video.